The resumption of the Premier League action finds Liverpool 2 points clear of Manchester City, albeit having played a game more. Spurs, Arsenal, United and Chelsea in that tight race for the top four. Liverpool against Spurs, the game of the weekend, coming up at Anfield on Sunday. Liverpool, the team in form, 3 wins in their last 4. Spurs without a win in their last 4. Stevie, Liverpool have a great record too against Spurs, particularly at home. They've only won once there in 24 years.
I have to say that I'm very confident, not just looking at the last few results that Spurs have had, but when I think of what they're going to put out on the field in the middle of the park to defend against Liverpool is defensively, it's, well, there's no defenders there. Yeah. You know, if you play Wanyama, he can't get around, he's not 100% fit. Winks is out, Dyer's out. You're going to drop Eriksen back in there. You've got Dele Alli. I mean, Sissoko. He's not even a central midfielder, let's be honest. He's better when he's got the ball at his feet running forward. So defensively, I just don't see how they have the power to stop Liverpool in the middle of the park.
Weird things can happen after international breaks sometimes, Craig.
Oh, it's not unthinkable to think, Tottenham. This is not relegation fodder against Liverpool, but you know, I say Liverpool's need is more. It's actually not, because this top four for Spurs is now tight. Yeah. But they sold Dembele to China early in the season, and now they've got a big gap in there with the injuries. Liverpool are at home, they're playing well, and as you mentioned, Spurs' record in Tottenham is not great, so all eyes pointing to Liverpool at the moment.
They could match the second longest streak in Premier League history in terms of being unbeaten at home. Liverpool, if they avoid defeat here, are they going to do that, Ali?
Are Liverpool going to avoid defeat? Yes, they're going to avoid defeat. And this is more, I think, about Spurs. And we just saw in the numbers the fact that in the last 4 games, 7 goals allowed. So for as much as we find a team in Spurs that maybe can attack you, if they can't defend out of the midfield, Stevie just talked about, and they're also giving up goals, and Lloris hasn't been great, I just don't see, when you put all of that together, how Spurs gets a result away from home. I like Spurs.
Gab,
no.
You like Liverpool?
I like Liverpool.
Yes, good catch. Gab, Klopp against Pochettino. I know this is right in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Yeah, and I would imagine, I'm going to hazard a guess, that even as we speak, Poch is sitting there trying to come up with something left field, trying to come up with a solution. I don't know that it's as simple as dropping Eriksen in midfield. You would imagine some kind of back three, and with the attacking players up the pitch, maybe trying to simply to defend higher because there's nobody defending midfield, is really, really difficult to do. But on paper, you know, the option of defending deep and trying to deny that space, you know, it's not a great blueprint. It's not the most inventive thing in the world, but, you know, if you do have your defenders sitting deep, you clog the space, and it's harder for Salah, Firmino and Mane. That's the best you can do. I mean, that's why Liverpool are clear favourites.
Well, meanwhile, of all the players returning from international break, perhaps the most interesting situation faces Callum Hudson-Odoi. All the headlines after his starring role for England in the Euro qualifiers. But of course, what will be the case when he returns to Stamford Bridge? Maurizio Sarri, Chelsea manager, saying, I don't know if Hudson-Odoi will start at Cardiff. We have Hazard, Villian, Pedro, so it's not really very easy to start in every match here. But Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, for me, it's the same. For me, there's no difference. I'm really very confident in him. He started a lot of matches, probably not in the Premier League, but that's by chance, says Sarri. Stevie, if you were Maurizio Sarri, would you be starting him? I mean, if you were you, well, you are you. If you were in charge of Chelsea.
If I'm in charge of Chelsea, I'm sitting here and thinking to myself, okay, so this kid plays in Europa League, plays out his skin, plays fantastic. He goes on international duty, plays in international football, is fantastic, arguably the man of the match. But in the Premier League, oh no, it's far too tough for him. He's not ready.
He says that's just by chance he hasn't been starting in the Premier League.
Well, he picks a team. I don't know what kind of chance is that. Well, I'm sorry, Callum, but just by chance I was picking a team and I missed your name out.
Would you put him in the starting 11?
Absolutely. Well, he's favoured Pedro. He's favoured Pedro recently, and the opposite side to Hazard. So Pedro would be the one to miss out. Obviously, Willian's been coming off the bench. I would give him a start, but it seems that the Europa League is where he wants to play him. The other side of the coin is the Europa League has become equally as important to Maurizio Sarri as the Premier League top four run-in because of the Champions League potential qualification. Let's see if he continues to play the lad now that we're in the deep side of this competition.
Yeah. Chelsea at Cardiff, of course, part of this busy weekend of Premier League fixtures. So the games on Saturday and Sunday. Liverpool and Chelsea both in action on Sunday. City and United on Saturday. Of course, there's a Monday game this weekend as well. Arsenal against Newcastle.
For more, sign up now for ESPN Plus.